Thank you, Nikki. Cheers, Jer. Strictly veteran. Susan Cowman, excellent. Good little campaign, that, isn't it, really? It's doing the trick. Well, today, Tuesday, 15th of August, 2017, live till 5, it's The Big Show. Hello!
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Now playing everywhere.
Are we crazy? Living our lives through a lens. Trapped in our white picket fence like ornaments. So comfortable we're living in a bubble. So comfortable we cannot see the trouble. Are you lonely? Up there in utopia, where nothing will ever be enough, happily numb. So comfortable we're living in a bubble. So comfortable we cannot see the trouble. So put your rose-colored glasses on and party on. Turn it up, it's your favorite song. Dance to the distortion. Turn it up, keep it on repeat. Stumbling around like a wasted zombie. Yeah, we think we're free. Drink, this one's on me. We're all chained to the rhythm, to the rhythm, to the rhythm. Turn it up, it's your favorite song. Dance to the distortion. Turn it up, keep it on repeat. Stumbling around like a wasted zombie. Yeah, we think we're free. Drink, this one's on me. We're all chained to the rhythm, to the rhythm, to the rhythm. Are we tone deaf? Keep sweeping it under the mat. Thought we could do better than that. I hope we can. So comfortable we're living in a bubble. So comfortable we cannot see the trouble. So put your rose-colored glasses on and party on. Turn it up, it's your favorite song. Dance to the distortion. Turn it up, keep it on repeat. Stumbling around like a wasted zombie. Yeah, we think we're free. Drink, this one's on me. We're all chained to the rhythm, to the rhythm, to the rhythm. Turn it up, it's your favorite song. Dance to the distortion. Turn it up, keep it on repeat. Stumbling around like a wasted zombie. Yeah, we think we're free. Drink, this one's on me. We're all chained to the rhythm, to the rhythm, to the rhythm.
It is my desire.
Go on, Skip.
The walls to connect, inspire. Up in your high place, liars. Time is ticking for the empire.
That's right.
The truth they feed is feeble.
Oh, yeah.
As so many times before. The greed of other people.
Change to the rhythm. Turn it up. It's your favourite song.
They woke up the lions.
Turn it up, it's your favorite song. Dance to the distortion. Turn it up, keep it on repeat. Stumbling
You're all tuned on to Radio 2. This is Steve Wright in the afternoon. Look, we're a BBC station. If you want to email me, it's steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. Text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Love to hear from you as ever.
It goes on. It goes on and on. It goes on.
All right, hands up if you want to go to the beach but you feel it might just be too cold today but you're not quite sure and you don't want to expose yourself. All right, okay, thank you. Might be all right, you never know. Hands up for wasps, bees and blue bottles because they are back. No, they're good for us. They're good for us, I promise. Except the blue bottle and the wasp. And hands up for having no regrets. Thank you. Je ne regrette nothing.
Standing in the dockets of Hampton, trying to get to Holland or France. The man in the Mac said, you've got to go back. You know they didn't even give us a chance. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. The way things are going, they're gonna crucify me. Finally made the plane into Paris, honeymooning down by the Seine. Peter Brown called to say, you can make it okay. You can get married in Gibraltar near Spain. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. The way things are going, they're gonna crucify me. Drove from Paris to the Amsterdam Hilton, talking in our beds for a week. The news people said, say what you're doing in bed. I said, we're only trying to get us some peace. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. The way things are going, they're gonna crucify me. Saving up your money for a rainy day, giving all your clothes to charity. Last night the wife said, oh boy, when you're dead, you don't take nothing with you but your soul. Sing it. Made a light trip to Vienna, eating chocolate cake in a bag. Newspaper said, she's gone to his head. They look just like two gurus in drag. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. The way things are going, they're gonna crucify me. Caught the early plane back to London, 58 guns tied in a sack. The men from the press said, we wish you success. It's good to have the both of you back. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. The way things are going, they're gonna crucify me.
John Lennon, the Ballad of John and Yoko. The hot destinations from around the world. Hong Kong is 31 today, that's Celsius. Athens, Greece is 32. Manila is 32. Madrid is 33. Roma is 34. New Delhi is 36. Dubai is 40 today. And the hottest place on earth today is Kuwait City, 47 Celsius, 117 Fahrenheit.
I was weeding out the window box last Tuesday morning. No sooner had I penetrated the soil, but who should I discover looking up at me from out of the box but the famous film actor Tom Cruise. "Mr. Cruise," I cried, "did you get left out in the rain?"
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Out of my mind, out of my mind. Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me. Too many times, too many times. My love, he makes it feel like nobody else, nobody else. But my love, he doesn't love me, so I tell myself, one, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling cause he's drunk and alone. Two, don't let him in. You have to kick him out again. I got no rules, I count 'em. Pushing forwards, but he keeps pulling me backwards. Nowhere to turn, nowhere to turn. No, now I'm standing back from it. I finally see the pattern. I never loved. From my love, he doesn't love me, so I tell myself, I do. One, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling 'cause he's drunk and alone. Two, don't let him in. Kick him out again, free. Don't be a strange. You know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're under him, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count 'em. I got no rules, I count 'em. I gotta do it for myself. I got no rules, I count 'em. I gotta do it for myself. Practice makes perfect. I'm still trying to learn it by heart. Eat, sleep, and breathe it. Rehearse and repeat it. 'Cause one, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling 'cause he's drunk and alone. Two, don't let him in. You have to kick him out again.
Three,
don't be a strange. You know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're under him, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count 'em.
I love that so much. Dua Lipa, New Rules. Steve.Wright at bbc.co.uk. If you need a shout out, you can text 88291. You can tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Jeremy.
Sorry to interrupt you, Steve. I'm so sorry. Jeremy Vine here.
Yeah.
I don't suppose you've got anything by Justin Bieber or Frank Chaxfield and the orchestra.
Maybe.
Give me a call.
Maybe do some Frank for you later. Good afternoon from the big show. Bright, warm and sunny, but with a chance of showers, a high of 23 in London today. Tonight, the showers will clear to leave a dry night across the UK. Tomorrow, that'll be Wednesday. Cloudy, but still quite warm with rain for most places as the day goes on. Sunset tonight, Edinburgh, 8:49. In Belfast, it's 8:55. In Cardiff, 8:35. And London, 8:23. The pollen count is low to medium.
Your heart on the line, or who stays out of reach. 'Cause unlike other guys, I won't waste your time. I just wanna practice what I preach. Girl, love can be such a challenge, a game where there can be two winners. Unlike any sport, it depends on the prize and knowing where the real thing lies. To make a long story short, baby, I can make you feel good. I can make you feel good. Let me lay this good love on ya. Baby, I can make you feel good. I can make you feel good. And say I really want ya. Oh, so there's guys that offer you diamonds and pearls. Those are the ones, but not the needs. Other guys say that they can give you the world. Well, the world of love is what you get from me. Girl, those material things meant more to me before the day I found you. Now I truly believe all the money in the world can't comfort you the way I wrap my arms around you. And I'll always be there. 'Cause baby, I can make you feel good. I can make you feel good. Let me lay this good love on ya. Whoa, whoa. Oh, baby, I can make you feel good. I can make you feel good. You can say I really want ya. Let me make you feel good. I can make you feel good. won't reach. 'Cause unlike other guys, I won't waste your time. I just wanna practice what I preach. 'Cause love can be such a challenge, a game where there can be two winners. Unlike any sport, it depends on the prize and knowing where the real thing lies. To make a long story short, oh baby, I can make you feel good. I can make you feel so forget about what he did wrong. Oh baby, I can make you feel good. I can make you feel good. Love that is oh so strong.
Shalimar, I can make you feel good. I shall do my best.
Hey, if we can't solve any problem, then why do we lose so many tears? Oh, I saw you go again when the leading man appears. Always the same thing. Can't you see we've got everything going on? Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. Go on and go free. Yeah. Maybe you're too close to see. I can feel your body move. Doesn't mean that much to me. I can't go on saying the same thing. 'Cause can't you see we got everything, baby, even though you know every time you go away, yeah, you take a piece of me with you. Oh, every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. Can't go on saying the same thing. 'Cause baby, can't you see we got everything going on? Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. Every time you go.
Almost sounds like he's saying you take a piece of meat, isn't it? Sounded like to me. Today we got Stanley Tucci on, director and movie star. He's in a new film. Actually, he's directing a new film. It's called Final Portrait, which stars Geoffrey Rush. Another one of our favourites, right? And also from Mock the Week and The No Show, an outnumbered Hugh Dennis narrating the CBBC show The Zoo. There's Janie, there's Bobby, there's Nikki, there's Matt the Sports Guy, and the Oldies.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Chosen by Graham Mitchell in Alderton in Suffolk.
When you first left me, I was wanting more, but you were that girl next door. What'd you do that for? When you first left me, I didn't know what to say. I never been on my own that way, just sat by myself all day. I was so lost back then, but with a little help from my friends, I found the light in the tunnel at the end. Now you're calling me up on the phone, so you can have a little wine and a moan. It's only because you're feeling alone. At first, when I see you cry, it makes me smile. Yeah, it makes me smile. At worst, I feel bad for a while, but then I just smile. I go ahead and smile. Whenever you see me, you say that you want me back, and I tell you it don't mean that. No, it don't mean that. I couldn't stop laughing, no, I just couldn't help myself. See, you messed up my mental health. I was quite unwell. I was so lost back then, but with a little help from my friends, I found the light in the tunnel at the end. Now you're calling me up on the phone, so you can have a little wine and a moan. It's only because you're feeling alone. At first, when I see you cry, it makes me smile. Yeah, it makes me smile. At worst, I feel bad for a while, but then I just smile. I go ahead and smile. At first, when I see you cry, it makes me smile. Yeah, it makes me smile. At worst, I feel bad for a while, but then I just smile. I go ahead and smile.
Emil Rojan on at 5 o'clock, sitting in for Simon, joined by Nadia Hussain and Rosemary Schrager. Talking about their new TV show, The Big Family Cooking Showdown. Jamie Cullum's on the air at 7 with the best in jazz and a session from Portico Quartet. Then Animatronic at 8, sitting in for Joe. Then Susie Q with Quattrophonic.
In a new series for BBC Radio 2,
Literally, I was famous overnight.
Janice Long joins music stars for a personal journey through their hometowns.
This week, I undertake an exhilarating trip with a hugely talented Basildon girl, Alison Moye. Was anybody else in that class?
Miss Clark went there and his two younger brothers, and they were all these smartly dressed boys walking along with their violin cases like a little family of ducks. You know, that's what I remember about them.
A long walk with, continuing with Alison Moye's tour of Basildon. Wednesday night from 10 on BBC Radio 2.
Strictly so far, the 9 names announced so far: Molly King from the Saturdays, EastEnders star Davud Gadami, TV presenter Ruth Langsford, actress Gemma Atkinson, Richard Coles, the Rev, actor Joe McFadden is probably best known for playing the role of Raf DeLuca in Holby, chef Simon Rimmer, Aston Marigold, former member of JLS, and today announced Susan Calman. And there'll be another announced over the next day or two. We don't know where, we don't know when. Could be on Radio 1 or Radio 4 or Radio 2 or Newsnight or The One Show or the 10 o'clock news. Somewhere across the BBC where its live, could be on the World Service. I don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. What else going on? Let me just tell you, in the news, also the government says it will propose an innovative and untested approach to customs checks as part of its Brexit negotiations. More than 200 patients in England have been infected or contaminated with a drug-resistant fungus first found in Japan. Health officials confirming today. Hospitals are on the lookout for further cases and are putting in place measures to help control any further spread of the fungus called Candida auris. And Bill Gates has given away $4.6 billion. That's £3.6 billion to charity in his largest donation since the year 2000. Paul!
Hey everyone, this is Paul here. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere.
We're not doing that one.
Someone knocking at the door, somebody ringing the bell. Someone's knocking at the door, somebody's ringing the bell. Do me a favor, open the door and let 'em in. Ooh yeah. Someone's knocking at the door, somebody's ringing the bell. Someone's knocking at the door, somebody's ringing the bell. Do me a favor, open the door, I let 'em in. Yeah, let 'em in. Susie, Brother John, Martin Luther, Phil and Don, Brother Michael, Auntie Jim, open the door up, let 'em in. Oh yeah. Susie, Brother John, Martin Luther, Phil and Don, Uncle Ernie, Auntie Jim, open the door, let 'em in. Oh yeah, I'm knocking at the door, somebody ringing the bell. Someone's knocking at the door, somebody ringing the bell. Do me a favor, open the door and let 'em in. Ooh yeah, yeah, let 'em in now.
Great old song. Wings. Let 'em in.
BBC Radio 2 presents Michael Mapurgo's Alone on a Wide, Wide Sea.
A child is born sinful and must be bent to the will of God.
Us children were just the latest in a long line of people who'd been sent from England to Australia. We were slaves, just like them.
Starring Toby Jones and Jason Donovan, and with a moving soundtrack from some of the UK's finest songwriters.
Kitty Hobhouse of Bermondsey. I'll find her if she's alive.
Alone on a Wide, Wide Sea. Download the 4-part drama now at the BBC Radio 2 website.
88 to 91 FM, BBC Radio 2.
Súbeme la radio. Sunshine in the rain. In the mind is the pain. Dep on me heart like stain. Yeah, yeah.
Súbeme la radio que esta es mi canción. Siente el bajo que va subiendo.
Time we leave it, but now we feel it. Turn up the music and run pain away.
Súbeme la radio que esta es mi canción. Siente el bajo que va subiendo. Tráeme el alcohol que quita el dolor. Y vamos a juntar la luna y el sol. I wanted you forever. Don't act like you don't feel it. I should've loved you better, but I still can't believe it. It's killing me that you're gone. How the hell do I move on? I'm drinking from this bottle, 'cause I can take it no more.
Alright then, girl, yo. Nightfall, I'm always a feel of way. Baby girl, come and look me, not see your face. Remember the days when we would blaze and everything was amazing.
Súbeme la radio que esta es mi canción. Siente el bajo que va subiendo.
Time we leave it, but now we feel it. Turn up the music and run pain away.
Súbeme la radio que esta es mi canción. Siente el bajo que va subiendo. Tráeme el alcohol que quita el dolor. Hoy vamos a juntar la luna y el sol. My body on your body. My heart against your heart. But when I go to touch it, I just wake up in the dark. You gotta know that I miss you. I can never forget you. Girl, I know I gotta let go, but I wish that I was with you. Súbeme la radio que esta es mi canción. Siente el bajo que va subiendo.
Time we leave it, but now we feel it. Turn up the music and run pain away.
Súbeme la radio que esta es mi canción. Siente el bajo que va subiendo. Tráeme el alcohol que quita el dolor. Hoy vamos a juntar la luna y el sol.
Tell you this, make your body turn twist, make you reminisce. Baby girl, 'cause you know, so me never miss. No, you're gone from my life, me a penny this. How me and you turn into enemies. Sunshine on my life, their memories. To get you back in my yard, that's where it is. I swear it is. Baby girl, you are drain on me energies.
Yo no te miento, todavía te espero. Sabes bien que te quiero, no sé vivir sin ti. Yo no te miento, todavía te espero. Sabes bien que te quiero, no sé vivir sin ti. Súbeme la radio que esta es mi canción.
Despacito Part 2.
Time we leave it, but now
Hey, Steve, can I have a big shout out for my adorable girlfriend Rachel Thomas? Yes, you can. Who I love muchly and is letting me make a planter for her garden today. A plant, it must be. A planter. Steve, good show as ever. Can you give a shout out to Nick and Gary in Hartlepool Harbour? Number crunching and programming on the desktop here. The tunes and the banter keeping us going this afternoon. All the best. Well, we've all got colds and throats today. Janie Lee Grace is here with her cold and throat, but it's okay.
No,
We've all
it's
got
just
it.
a sniffle. Mine's
Is
a
it a sniffle?
sniffle. Yeah, I'm okay at the moment.
What you got over there?
Leonardo da Vinci could write with one hand and draw with the other at the same time.
The most commonly used letter in the alphabet is...
B.
Nope.
A.
Nope. Keep going.
T.
Nope.
Oh, come on. What, you want me to go through it all 26?
It's E.
Talking of letters, you'll love this. Upper and lowercase letters are named upper and lower because at the time when all original print had to be set in individual letters,
Right.
oh, what a faff would that be, right? The uppercase letters were stored in the case, which was literally on top of the case that stored the smaller lowercase letters.
On the typewriter.
Before you even had typewriters, when you literally had like a print setup of an individual letter.
Oh, I see. And the case, yeah.
What a faff.
The little slots.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Factoids.
Every inch of sky's got a star. Every inch of skin's got a scar. I guess you got everything now. And every inch of space in your head is filled
catchy. Da, 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 da. Everything Now Arcade Fire.
Every room in my house is filled with it. I couldn't live without.
Big Show at Radio 2. Email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. Text 88291. Tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Now, here's Shane
She
Filan.
finds it hard
Unbreakable.
to trust someone. She's heard the words 'cause they've all been sung. She's the girl in the corner. She's the girl nobody loved. But I can't stop thinking about you every day. You can't listen to what people say. They don't know you, baby. Don't know that you're amazing. But I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay. Yeah. When you lose your way and the fight is gone, your heart starts to break and you need someone around. Just close your eyes a while. I put my arms around you and make you unbreakable. She stands in the rain just to hide it all. If you ever turn around, I won't let you fall down now. I swear I'll find your smile and put my arms around you and make you unbreakable. 'Cause she's a girl that I never had. She's a heart that I wanted back. The song I heard on the radio that made me stop and think of her. And I can't concentrate anymore. I need to show her what her heart is for. It's been mistreated badly. Now her world has started falling apart, falling apart. When you lose your way and the fight is gone, your heart starts to break and you need someone around now. Just close your eyes a while. I put my arms around you and make you unbreakable. She stands in the rain.
Now, Stanley Tucci, he's the director of a new film, Final Portrait, which stars Geoffrey Rush. It's absolutely brilliant. It's compelling, this movie. So Stanley later, and Geoffrey Rush is brilliant in it, by the way. And of course, Stanley is also an actor. Hugh Dennis narrating the CBBC show The Zoo. Also, Hugh, very funny guy, on with us later. Janie is here, as you've heard. Drivers can save £250 on car insurance by renewing a week early. Study finding today, even taking action just a day before the renewal date could lead to a cut in premiums of £45. Now they tell us. Here's what's going on. Many kids in Scotland are back at school after the summer holidays. Oh my goodness, that's way too early. It's exactly 25 years since the first games of the first ever Premier League season. Some notable results from that Saturday include Arsenal 2, Norwich City 4, Chelsea 1, Oldham Athletic 1, Sheffield United 2, Manchester United 1. And here is a clip from the very first match of the day, that 25 years ago, with our dear friend Des Lynam.
Good evening. I suppose it's Back to the Future tonight. Match of the day returning on a regular basis after a gap of 4 seasons and 28 years after the very first programme. I don't remember it. Each week we'll have 2 main matches from the new Premier League, plus highlights from all the others played on.
The new Premier League.
We'll be doing our best to be sharp up front and tight at the back. Gary and Alan, like the rest of us, looking forward to a new season with a new league.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. Happy birthday, Jennifer Lawrence, 27 today.
I love Michael Sheen. I've always been a fan. I think he's one of the most talented actors out there.
And Michael Sheen, I mean, he's a serious actor, as you two are.
She's
but I talking about the movie Passengers. He plays quite a kind of semi-comedic...
Not really.
I'll take that as a no, then.
No, he's hilarious. We had a great time with Michael.
When you filmed it, he really did have to wear green tights and they put him on like a little unicycle.
Yeah, basically.
Didn't come from us, but yes.
Now, on the same subject, from Reader's Digest today, if you're on a first date, avoid talking about the movies. According to this study, less than 9% of first-date couples who talked about the movies were interested in going out on a second date. It's speculated that because so many of us hold strong opinions about films, it can be a relationship-killing subject if your date disagrees with you. So what should you talk about? What do you think you should talk about on a first date?
Oh, that's a difficult one. Well, for starters, if it's a first date, you can't really eat because, it feels too vulgar, doesn't it, to be seen eating?
Yeah.
So that's difficult. You obviously can't talk about politics.
No.
Can't talk about... Well, you could talk about your family, I suppose.
Religion you can't do. Brexit you can't do.
Music. You could talk about music.
Well, it says here travel. Travel is the thing. And trips that you want to go on, that topic makes people seem outgoing and attractive to one another.
Yeah, that sounds
so they
good.
say.
I agree about the films, though, because, what a nightmare if you end up not having the same taste in films. I definitely don't have the same taste in films as my husband, so if we'd spoken about that on a first date, it never would have got off the ground because we never go and see anything together. So we can't agree. No, never.
You go out to the movies, though?
No, not with him. No, we never... there's almost nothing we agree on.
Do you go with the girls?
Yeah, it's once in a blue moon we'll go and see something together.
Really?
Unless, I persuade him or he manages to persuade me, but it doesn't rarely happen.
Rail commuters are to be hit with eye-watering fare rises, according to this report, of 3.6%. I'm sure they only put the rail fares up last January.
Yeah, it feels like that, absolutely. And some rail fares are just unbelievable. I just was looking into going to Scotland and I just can't afford it. I don't know if it's because it's maybe bank holiday time as well. That makes a difference. But it's staggeringly expensive.
Well, there are so many fares, different array of fares that you can buy. But I will say this, sometimes going to and from big cities, say from London to a big city like Manchester or a big city like Glasgow or Edinburgh or Belfast, sometimes it's cheaper to go by air.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
That is crazy, yeah. Brexit. Britain unveils plan for temporary customs union with EU. You heard about that one earlier. We'll do more news for you soon. Hugh Dennis and Stanley Tucci on with us later on The Big Show.
You wanna stay out with your fancy
ELO, Don't Bring Me Down. Steve, can you please play a song for me and my hubby? Also, as Steve, we're celebrating our 25th wedding anniversary today in Chester. Thank you, Lisa from Stourbridge. You got it, Lisa. You can have that. All right, now here's Bobby.
Thanks, Steve. First of all, to the M6. Now, following that earlier breakdown, 16 to 17, it left a really big queue. If you're heading through that way now, it's slow through the roadworks, but it is much improved. It's a little bit heavy through 17, but not too bad. The M60 anti-clockwise, the accident at 24 for Denton Island, that cleared out of the way. Again, most of the congestion back to Bredbury has gone through now, so it's much, much easier. The M25 clockwise, there was a broken down vehicle at junction 5. It was a lorry stuck between 5 and 6. That has all cleared out of the way, not even a sign of the queue. And then anti-clockwise, there was an accident at 14 for Heathrow Terminal 4 that closed 2 lanes between there and Staines. Again, that's cleared out of the way. A little bit slow still, heading around to Chertsey from Staines, but I say much better, and it is certainly in 4th gear. That's what they're saying. A3M northbound still closed at Horndean at junction 2. So for the B2149 turning, still completely shut. There's an up and over diversion. I've just checked the congestion, and it's back to Waterlooville at the moment. And then just a reminder, M2 eastbound, because of the collapsed manhole between 2 and 3, so it's towards the coast at Chatham, the entry slip road at 2, so from Strood and Rochester you still cannot get from the A228 onto the coastbound M2, but you can go London bound. Back with more, 40 minutes.
Thank you, Bobby.
Have you got any Big Sean? He means well.
I know.
The Big Show, 2 till 5, Radio 2.
Maybe later.
And my hands can't feel to grip, and my toes too numb to step. Wait only for my boot heels to be wandering. I'm ready to go anywhere. I'm ready for to fade onto my own parade. Cast your dancing spell my way. I promise to go under it. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy yet. There ain't no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. BBC Radio 2.
Got some more news for you here. Indian police have arrested 4 people suspected of leaking an episode of the hugely popular TV show Game of Thrones before it was aired. 3 of the accused are current employees of the same company, while 1 is a former employee. People who are overweight or obese are at increased risk of heart disease, even if they appear medically healthy. Experts warning today. The work in the European Heart Journal is further evidence against the idea people can be fat and fit. And in the Daily Mail today, daily drink protects heart and cuts risk of early death. Wow. Drinking a glass of wine or a bottle of beer a night could slash your risk of an early death by a 1/5. Moderate drinking, defined as up to 7 drinks a week for women and 14 for men, significantly cuts the risk of dying from heart disease and other problems, a study has found. Now, I don't know whether to believe that or not, because often another report comes out in another journal and it says only drink once a week.
Yeah, absolutely. Another one will come out and say, absolutely don't drink at all.
Yeah.
There's no evidence that says it's good for you at all. Can I do another story about wine? Because
Yeah, of
this
course.
is an interesting
Sure.
one. It says, make wine tastier, say it cost a lot. It says here, if you've splashed out on expensive wine, may seem a little vulgar to leave the price tag on the bottle, but it will make the contents taste better. That's what a study says. Volunteers were given 3 samples of the same wine, but they were told that one was cheap, one was mid-price, and the other one was expensive. And the more the wine appeared to cost, the better they said it tasted on a 9-point scale. Honestly, how fickle are we?
Well, that might be true of anything.
Well, I suppose so.
I mean, I go and buy a Bounty Bar, and maybe I could put a bigger price on there.
Yeah.
Get a bigger price from something else. It's a very expensive Bounty Bar, old friend.
Yeah.
You're going to enjoy that much more. Crazy. Doctors should hand out antibiotic prescriptions for sore throats, but tell patients not to take them straight away. This piece, a good piece actually, by Rosie Taylor, instructing people not to cash in a prescription unless symptoms persist, was as effective as giving them the drugs immediately, researchers found. It also saved GPs time and the NHS money. And here's the kind of story of the day, really, and you'll remember this. This is from Office Mate, in fact, by Lucy and Helen Olin. Take a look around the office. There's a good chance you'll end up married to one of your co-workers. 20% of marriages begin as office romances. You're going to remember that. You're on the big show.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Alright. Well, you're tired of waking up alone, so you keep the curtains closed. You don't want to face the world outside. You wonder where all your money went, 'cause you gotta pay your rent. I guess you'll be working every night. Well, it's hard to keep up when life gets too much, 'cause there's not enough time in the day to hold your head high, to find a blue sky. But you're trying to smile through the pain. I know the feeling. Yeah, I know the feeling. Alright. You might not need me, but call me if you do, 'cause I know the feeling. Stalking your friends on Facebook, hating how good their lives look, and you're there staring through your phone at their steady jobs and heavy pockets, suits and ties and shiny watches, and all you got is a student loan. It's hard to keep up when life gets too much.
Sounding just a little bit like Finlay Quay. That's Reese Lewis, I Know the Feeling. I do. When we come back after the news, the non-stop oldies chosen by Graham Mitchell in Alderton in Suffolk.
BBC News at 3 o'clock. This is Nikki Cardwell. The European Union has said it will look carefully at proposals set out by the government for a temporary customs union after Brexit. The Brexit Secretary, David Davis, says it would allow the UK to pursue trade deals with countries outside the EU and minimise disruption to businesses. Labour has dismissed the plans as incoherent and inadequate. The government has announced that the public inquiry into the Grenfell Tower fire, which left more than 80 people dead, will examine how the blaze started and the actions of the authorities, including Kensington and Chelsea Council. But broader social questions will not form part of the inquiry, which will be led by Sir Martin Morbick. The Housing Minister, Alok Sharma, insists no question will be left unanswered.
As soon as Sir Martin was appointed, he went out and talked to the residents, and I think what you will see as his inquiry goes forward is that he will look at all the details that are set out in the terms. But of course, there is a listening exercise that we need to do in government as well as about wider social housing policy, and that's precisely what I will be doing over the coming weeks and months.
Rail fares for millions of passengers in England, Scotland and Wales are to rise by 3.6% in January. The fares are pegged to the retail price index, which rose from 3.5 to 3.6% last month, which is the highest level for 6 years. The RMT union says commuters will be the worst affected, and the hike will mean that train companies will make an extra £330 million in profit. The government of the US Pacific Territory of Guam has welcomed reports from North Korea's state media that Pyongyang will hold off plans to fire missiles towards the territory. The governor of Guam, Eddie Calvo, who's a Republican, has told the BBC he believes the tough stance taken by President Trump towards North Korea is working.
We're just getting news recently, just today. He has withheld from doing, basically his statement is we're going to withhold. I think a lot of it has to do with some of the strong statements not only made by our president, but also by the collective statements made by Secretary Tillerson and Secretary Mattis.
A man accused of murdering another man in Woods in Norfolk has appeared at Norwich Crown Court. Alexander Palmer, who's 23, was remanded in custody. Peter Wrighton, who was 83, was stabbed to death earlier this month as he walked his dogs near the village of East Harling. And scientists say they've taken a step forward in the development of a cheaper polio vaccine. The team at the John Innes Centre in Norfolk say the drug was created in the leaves of plants. Here's our science reporter, James Gallagher.
The study was funded by the World Health Organization, which is trying to find a new type of vaccine to help eradicate polio. The team in Norfolk say their approach is cheap and easy, as the plants need just sunlight, water, carbon dioxide and soil as raw materials. They say the technology could be easily adapted to tackle other diseases, including new threats like Zika.
BBC News at 3:03 and next at 4.
Thanks, Nikki. Got the oldies now.
The non-stop oldies brought to you daily by Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Simple Minds, Waterfront. Now, these oldies chosen by Graham Mitchell. Hello, Graham, in Alderton in Suffolk. I'm a Suffolk boy born and bred, it says here. I was born in Leiston and then lived in Woodbridge for 9 years. I now live in a little village called Alderton with my fabulous wife Hannah and our son Edward, who's just turned 1. I work as an HGV lorry driver for a company based in Felixstowe. You'll see me with a blue wave on both sides of the lorry. Oh, yeah. I spend most of my week on the road. I love my football and support the local team Ipswich Town. I also enjoy running and cycling, and I love most types of music, and I'm currently learning to play the drums. Say hello to my mum and sisters. That's Diane, Beverly and Yvonne, plus Andy, Mark, Stephen, Phil, the Cardiff train driver, and also Vic, Stuart and Rosie. They all know who they are. Hope you like my oldies. Love them so far.
She's faster than most, and she lives on the coast. But she's faster than most, and she lives on the coast.
a two-penny prince and I give her hot love. Take it down, Eva. She ain't no witch and I love the way she treats you. Well, she ain't no witch and I love the way she treats you. I'm a two-penny prince and I give her hot love. La 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 la. 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 Ooh, touch you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
That's some great hits. T-Rex, Hot Love. These are the non-stop oldies chosen by Graham Mitchell in Alderton in Suffolk. Badge on its way, and more of your oldies coming next. It'll be Al Wilson the Snake.
Every day, non-stop oldies. Non-stop.
To work one morning down the path alongside the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor half-frozen snake. His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Oh, well, she cried, I'll take you in and I'll take care of you. Take me in, oh tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, tender woman. Sighed the snake. Now she wrapped him up all cozy in a coverture of silk, and then laid him by the fireside with some honey and some milk. Now she hurried home from her work that night as soon as she arrived. Now she found that pretty snake she'd taken in had been revived. Take me in, oh tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, tender woman. Sighed the snake. Clutched him came to her bosom. You're so beautiful, she cried. But if I hadn't have brought you in, by now you might have died. Now she stroked his pretty skin again and then kissed and held him tight. But instead of saying thanks, that snake gave her a vicious bite. Take me in, oh tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, tender woman. Sighed the snake. I saved you, cried that woman, and you bit me even a while. And you know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm gonna die. Ah, shut up, silly woman, say that a reptile with a grin. Now you knew darn well I was a snake before you brought me in. Please take me in, oh tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, tender woman. Sighed the snake. Sighed the snake. Take me in, tender woman. I'm gonna need you pretty bad.
Oh, the shark, babe, has such teeth, dear, and it shows them pearly white. Just a jackknife has old Maggie Heath, babe, and it keeps it out of sight. You know when that shark bites with his teeth, babe, scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy gloves, though, wears old Maggie Heath, babe, so there's never a trace of red. Now on the sidewalk, ooh, Sunday morning, lies a body just oozing life. Eek, and someone sneaking round the corner. Could that someone be Mac the Knife? There's a tugboat down by the river, don't you know, where a cement bag's just drooping on down. Oh, that cement is just, it's there for the weight to dare. 5 will get you 10, old Mackie's back in town. Don't you hear about Louis Miller? He disappeared, babe, after drawing out all his hard-earned cash. And now Maggie Heath spins just like a sailor. Could it be our boy's done something rash? Jenny Diver, ho, ho, yeah, Sugie Tawdry, ooh, Miss Lottie Lenya, and old Lucy Brown. Oh, the line forms on the right, babe. Now that Maggie's back in town.
One more time.
I said Jenny Diver.
Here we go.
Whoa, Sugie Tawdry, look out to Miss Lottie Lenya and old Lucy Brown. Yes, that line forms on the right, babe.
Big finish.
Not that Maggie.
Mac the Knife.
Back in town.
It's Bobby Darin on the non-stop oldies. Here comes a segue.
Look out, old Maggie is back.
Try a call, quest.
Now that is a segue you don't hear every day. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
You can. Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. You can. Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Well, I'm gone. Can I kick it? To all the people who can quest like a tribe does. Before this, did you really know what I was? Comprehend to the track force, why? Cause getting mentions on the tip of the vibe buzz. Rock and roll to the beat of the funk fuzz. Wipe your feet really good on the rhythm rug. If you feel the urge to freak, do the jitterbug. Come and spread your arms if you really need a hug. Afrocentric living is a big shrug. A life filled with, that's what I love. A lower plateau is what we're above. If you diss us, we won't even think of. We'll nip of the dog and give a big shove. This rhythm really fits like a snug glove. Like a box of positives, it's a plus love. As the tribe flies high like a dove.
We'll start all over again.
How do you say?
A tribe called Quest.
How do you say?
Can I kick it?
I was waiting for that last comment. Can I kick it? Then do so. It's what?
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Well, I'm going. Can I kick it? To my tribe that flows in layers. Right now, Fife is a point sayer. At times, I'm a studio conveyor. Mr. Dinkins, would you please be my mayor? You'll be doing us a really big favor. Boy, this track really has a lot of flavor. When it comes to rhythms, Quest is your savior. Follow us for the funky behavior. Make a note on the rhythm we gave ya. Feel free, drop your pants, check your hair. Do you like the garments that we wear? I instruct you to be the obeyer. A rhythm recipe that you savor. Doesn't matter if you're minor or major. Yes, the tribe of the game with a player. As you inhale like a breath of fresh air.
That was Tongy at the beginning. Some of that is genius, isn't it? Can I kick it? Tribe Called Quest. When do you think it came out and was a hit? You'll be amazed. January 1991. Graham Mitchell picking these non-stop oldies. Great thing about that song, it's camp, it's cool, it's traditional, and it's light years ahead. How is that possible? And those were the non-stop oldies as chosen by Graham Mitchell in Alderton in Suffolk. Let's have a look at a few of these for you. Travelling down the motorway with my gorgeous bloke, also called Steve, back to Market Harbour. A big shout out to the Jenners. That's Diane. This says, hello, Steve. Hello. Can you give my wonderful wife, Nicole Bodiam, a shout-out? As I know she's at home listening to Radio 2 whilst doing an amazing job decorating our bedroom. Tell her I'll cook dinner tonight then. Love from Bod. Just listening to your little show on the way home from work. As always, we are 3 hours ahead here in Dubai. Just on my way to pick up the wifey from her company in Jumeirah, Lake Towers. Would love a big shout-out. And can you tell Agnes to get a move on so I don't have to wait? Agnes, can you get a move on so that Dave doesn't have to wait? All right, Dave? In Dubai. This says, Steve, this is Julie and Caroline in the office in Burgundy in France. Oh, bonjour. We listen every afternoon. I know. I wondered if you could play us a song. Something groovy, as we are ladies of a certain age. Thank you in anticipation. Well, thank you for tuning into Radio 2 and not NIJ. The government says it will propose an innovative and untested approach to customs checks as part of its Brexit negotiations. The model, one of two being put forward in a newly published paper, would mean no customs checks at UK-EU borders. Not quite sure how that would work, but we'll find out. Nigel Farage has said his friendship with Donald Trump is probably why a Hollywood studio is interested in making a TV series about Brexit. And BT is to scrap half of its UK's remaining 40,000 telephone boxes and focus on the ones in locations where people are more likely to use them. In 1992, at its peak before mobile phones became popular, there were 92,000 phone boxes in the UK. Now, telephone boxes still handle 33,000 calls a day, but 1/3 of the kiosks are never used to make a call. I think we know what they're used for, don't you? What is that smell? All right, it's Bobby.
Steve, thank you. First of all, Edinburgh, the A71, the Calder Road at Sight Hill, partially blocked. There's an accident. It's right on Bankhead Avenue, so it's on the roundabout, so you've got congestion on all approaches, but you can get through. The M6 northbound, now there's been an accident in Birmingham. This is at Junction 8 for the M5. So before the junction, the queues are back to Junction 5 for Castle Bromwich. Now, it's not really having an effect on the M5. The queues on the northbound M5 approaching the M6 are because of the roadworks. You can get onto the M6 without too much trouble. Problems for the A41 at Kingswood. We've got it closed completely. This is east of Bicester by about 7 miles. So it's shut between Bicester and Aylesbury. The accident is between Kingswood and the Tame turn-off. The latest on the M25, a little bit slow. If you're heading between 13 and 16 for the M40 and anti-clockwise 13 to 11 at Chertsey is busy, but it is all moving. Some good news about the A3M northbound. They've got a lane open now past junction 2 for Horndean, so it's just about to reopen the whole carriageway, but at least one lane is open there, so traffic is on the move. A350 in Dorset at Poole, we had it blocked completely. There was an accident at Holes Bay. Northbound only closed now. They've managed to open the southbound route. And problems on the rail network. Now, with South West Trains, there is no service between London Waterloo, Twickenham and Brentford because of the earlier points failure and the unrelated derailed train at Waterloo. Also, we've got East Midlands trains cross country and Greater Anglia affected by that earlier derailed freight train. So you've got a replacement bus service between Ely, Peterborough and Bury St Edmunds. Check before you travel. Back with more 25 minutes.
Back to the Alan Bennett Diaries.
I don't really care for television, but I happened to see a programme last Thursday. It was called The One Show. Well, they were chatting enthusiastically about broad beans and lead piping to international superstar George Clooney. I must admit I got the distinct impression he was losing interest and was keen to talk about his latest film.
I want you to rock with me, baby, all night long. I want you to rock with me, baby, all night long. I got to get myself a future shot, rocking in the sky. I just can't stop. Feel me, I've got sensations just for you. I'm stepping out the world tonight. I'm going down in disco lights. Feel me, I've got persuasions, got sensations. Can I get another chance of you? Is there nothing I can do to get another dance with you? Can I take you to another block? Super fresh, where the music never seems to stop. Super fresh, I'd do anything, it's true. Super fresh, get another dance with you. Super fresh, lady. I'm Mr. Blasting in the streets of gold. I wanna do this till we both get old. Feel me, I've got sensations just for you. I'm gonna put your love into the test. I always knew that you were super fresh. Baby, I've got persuasions, got sensations. Can I get another chance of you? Is there nothing I can do to get another dance with you? Can I take you to another block? Super fresh, where the music never seems to stop. Super fresh, I'd do anything, it's true. Super fresh, get another dance with you. I want you to rock with me, baby. Rock me, baby, all night long. I want you to rock with me, baby. Rock me, baby, all night long. She's so fresh. I want you to rock with me, baby. Rock me, baby, all night long. I want you to rock with me, baby.
Super Fresh. Jamiroquai, JK. And they're saying that JK was brilliant at Boardmasters Festival down in Newquay. Got 23 to 4 now on Radio 2. So imagine, Janie, you're going on holiday again and you've forgotten something. What is the most common thing you or anybody else would forget?
I did it just exactly last weekend.
Go on.
My toothbrush.
It's correct.
Yes, and it's so annoying.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, because I was in a village where you couldn't just pop out somewhere.
Second is a passport, of course.
Oh, that would be a nightmare, because
that's
now,
insane.
of course, how it's all different. You don't show your passport till just before you get on the aircraft in many cases. So you wouldn't actually know you'd forgotten it
Oh,
till
yeah.
you were literally about to board.
I have to show my passport all the time.
It varies, but certainly this weekend at Gatwick for me, you do all your boarding pass, of course, all of that, and a lot of it's electronic.
Right.
And you go through security, obviously, but you don't actually show your passport until you're literally boarding.
Yes, of course, yeah. I'm thinking international, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
What you got?
Snails have 14,000 teeth. That can't be right. It says
Really?
here, 14,000 teeth, and some could even kill you.
Hang
a
on a
snail.
minute. I've got one down here. Oi! Oi, snail! Oi, slime!
Smile.
Smile, mate. Did you know that after Hawaii, New York is the state surrounded by the most water?
Factoids.
Talking with the brilliant Stanley Tucci next.
I never can say goodbye. No, no, no. I never can say goodbye. Every time I think I've had enough and start heading for the door, there's a very strange vibration piercing me right to the core. It says, turn around, you fool. You know you love him more and more. Tell me why. Is it so? Don't wanna let you go. Hey, I never can say goodbye, boy. Ooh, baby. I never can say goodbye, no, no, no. Hey, I never can say goodbye. No, I never can say goodbye. I keep thinking that our problems soon all gonna work out, but there's that same unhappy feeling, there's that anguish, there's that doubt. It's that same old dizzy hang-up. I had you with you all
Stanley Tucci is a writer, producer, director, and Emmy and Golden Globe winning actor known for his films such as The Devil Wears Prada, The Lovely Bones, The Road to Perdition, The Hunger Games movies, of course, and most recently Transformers, The Last Knight, Beauty and the Beast, etc., etc. Stanley's latest project is the film Final Portrait, in which he's written and directed, and which will be in cinemas this coming Friday. And it's a return visit. He's sitting in the same seat he sat before. It's Stanley Tucci, everybody. Good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we were just saying to Stanley, I did notice last time you were in what a wonderful voice you have. No, I'm serious. And, you know, I know you do a lot of voiceovers and what have you. What about doing a radio show?
I would do it in a second.
Would you?
Of course.
What kind of show would you do?
Yours.
I don't know. I would do you.
Come on.
I'll do your show. It's already well established.
Okay, yeah. You have to do all the zany stuff.
Yeah, that's all right.
Can you handle it?
Yeah, I can take it.
This was an intense piece, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it was a story about a guy painting another guy's portrait, James Lord, sitting for Giacometti. And it's an intense piece, but it's also very funny because Giacometti keeps painting the same portrait over and over again.
Yeah, and he's played brilliantly by Jeffrey Rush, who is so perfect, it's unbelievable.
I know, perfect.
When did you first come across this then? What was it attracted you to do this? It's quite an unusual thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. There's a book that I found a long time ago when I was young, and I carried it with me because it was a beautiful book about the creative process. And I finally got up the guts to ask the writer, who's since passed away, if I could have the rights, and he relented after a while. I mean, it took a long time to get it made because everyone looked at it and went, "This isn't a movie."
Yeah.
But I insisted, and luckily Gail Egan, the wonderful producer, she found it and she said, "You know what? We will make this as a movie." So we did, thanks to her.
Tell us about Giacometti. Who was he? What was he famous for? And how did we know so much about his personality and his ways?
Well, he was very well documented. He was one of the most important artists of the 20th century. In fact, there's a huge retrospective now of his work at the Tate Modern. That is an extraordinary exhibition. I can't imagine ever again they'll be able to put as many pieces together.
Do you
as
understand
they've
that
done.
I know all of this?
Yes,
I'm
I know
just
you
doing
do.
it for the...
No, I understand. For the public.
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So-
For the layman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
So do continue.
Yeah, I will. So this exhibition is there now, and you can really see Giacometti's work. And people will recognize the work, although they won't necessarily know his name, by those very elongated figures that almost look like Etruscan sculptures. But he was also a brilliant painter in his own right, and one of the most articulate and interesting artists of the 20th century, and incredibly influential. Died when he was about 65. He chain smoked. He drank too much. He drank too much coffee. He lived like in a hovel, really, even though he was very wealthy in his time. But it had a great many admirers then and today.
You have the head of a brute.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah. You look like a real thug.
Thank you.
If I was to paint you as I see you now, and a policeman was to see this painting, you'd be thrown in jail like that.
Well, then perhaps we shouldn't continue.
No. It's all right, because I'll never be able to paint you as I see you.
You sure?
Yes, of course. It's impossible.
It's just one of those films, and we've both seen it. You just want to see what happens next, even if it's not terribly much, because it's a study of him and people around him, isn't it? And the whole process.
Yeah.
And the chaos of art.
Yeah, exactly. And they always say that art is making sense out of the chaos. And you can see the sort of chaotic mind of Giacometti, and yet as he begins to paint, things become more and more structured, and then he has to rip it apart again and do it again and again and again.
Yeah.
And that's where the sort of comic elements come in.
Well, there's a scene, isn't there, where he starts again, and it's worse than before.
Yeah.
And he seems proud of that.
Yeah, because he learned something, although the poor guy has to sit for him again the next day.
Well, because it was only meant to take a day or 2 days.
Right, exactly. Yeah, the setup is this is only going to take an afternoon at the most, and then he's there for 2.5 weeks.
I mean, there are comic scenes in it, lots of comic scenes. There's a payment scene, isn't there, where somebody to sit for him, they're working out the money. There's a great phrase, what is it? Past payment. There's a great
retroactively.
A retroactive payment.
Yeah.
Here's a retroactive payment.
Right, and the scene comes really just from a line in the book, but I turned the scene into this semi-comic.
It's hilarious.
Where he negotiates in the complete opposite way that most people would negotiate. They say, we want this much. He says, okay, that's fine, and actually then I'll give you more than that. and he just keeps giving them money, and they're so confused.
And that's his artistic temperament, isn't it? He's awkward.
He didn't care about money.
No, it's fantastic.
Didn't care at all.
Now, what about the BBC? Because in front of me, I've got this article.
Yeah.
And, you know,
What is that?
I don't ever need research.
Right.
But no, you know that.
No, I know.
But it says the US star is hooked on the BBC and British chefs.
Does it say that?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one
It must
yet.
be true. It's in
Is
the
that-
paper.
is that true, Stanley?
It's absolute. Whatever they say is true.
Well, what do you like?
Unless it's bad.
Do you like Bake Off?
I don't like watching the competition shows. I really just like to watch them cook. Like, I love the Harry Bikers. They're great.
Do you?
Yeah. I love Tom Kerridge. I love Saturday Kitchen. I just like to watch people cook.
You like Saturday Kitchen?
I love it. Because I live here.
Right.
You know, Saturday Kitchen is it.
You live here all the time?
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, I thought you'd...
I didn't necessarily know that you lived here all the time.
Yeah.
Had I known that, I would
Yeah.
have asked you things about this show, because obviously you'd be listening every afternoon.
I do, of course I do. Yeah. Well, I
absolutely.
stop everything. Yeah.
What do you? What do you think people get from this movie? I mean, somebody who's going to take a chance and see it, what will they get?
What are they going to get?
Yeah.
I think they'll get, well, hopefully they get an insight into the creative process if they're interested in that. I think they'll see the artistic process and see artists in a way that they've never seen them before.
Okay, now I need you to be thinking about the format of your radio show.
Yeah.
For next time. I don't know when you'll be back here. It'll probably be the autumn, something like that. So
Yeah.
be thinking about what you're going to do.
It'll be a food show on radio. a cooking show, so it's just sound.
There's an egg breaking.
You don't even need to bring utensils,
No,
do you? You
nothing,
could just have sound effects.
That's it. It's a cheap show.
All right, we'll take that. Yeah, well, this is a cheap show too. You can see Stanley Tucci's new film, Final Portrait, rated 15 in cinemas from this Friday. Stanley Tucci, thank you very much. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Great fun. And the film is wonderful.
Thank you so much.
In this proud land we grew up strong. We were wanted all along. I was taught to fight, taught to win. I never thought I could fail. No fight left, or so it seems. I am a man whose dreams have all deserted. I've changed my face, I've changed my name, but no one wants you when you lose.
Don't give up, 'cause you have friends. Don't give up, you're not beaten yet. Don't give up, I know you can make it good.
Though I saw it all around, never thought that I could be a faintant. Thought that we'd be last to go. It is so strange the way things turn. Drove the night toward my home, the place that I was born, on the lakeside. As daylight broke, I saw the earth. The trees had burned down to the ground.
Don't give up, you still have us. Don't give up, we don't need much of anything. Don't give up, 'cause somewhere there's a place where we belong. Rest your head, you worry too much. It's gonna be alright. When times get rough, you can't fall back on us. Don't give up, please don't give up.
Got to walk out of here. I can't take anymore. Gonna stand on that bridge, keep my eyes down below. Whatever may come and whatever may go, that river's flowing. That river's flowing. Moved on to another town. Tried hard to settle down. For every job, so many men, no one needs.
Don't give up, 'cause you have friends. Don't give up, you're not the only one.
Michelle K. Bush, Don't Give Up, Radio 2. The beach is warm at Croyd in Devon. Thanks for that information. That's from Jane and family. Have a good dip. Steve, loving your little show. I'm sat combining some wheat near Nottingham. Can you give a shout out to all the farmers who are doing some serious combining around the country? Yeah, hello farmers, how you doing? Loving the show. That's from Michael. What else we got here? So many. Steve and team, can you give us at Contour Cosmetics a big shout out as we need it? And it says Ben and Charlotte have been putting up new racking in the warehouse and have really quite a sweat on. Too much information.
Hot town, summer in the city, back of my neck getting dirt and gritty. Bend down, isn't it a pity? Doesn't seem to be a shadow in the city. All around, people looking half dead, walking on the sidewalk harder than a match here. But at night it's a different world. Go out and find a girl. Come on and dance all night. Despite the heat, it'll be alright. And babe, don't you know it's a pity the days can't be like the nights in the summer, in the city, in the summer, in the city. Cool town, meeting in the city, dressed so fine and looking so pretty. Cool cat, looking for a kitty, gonna look in every corner of the city. Till I'm wheezing like a bus stop, running up the stairs, gonna meet you on the rooftop. But at night it's a different world. Go out and find a girl. Come on and dance all night. Just like the heat, it'll be alright. And babe, don't you know it's a pity the days can't be like the nights in the summer, in the city, in the summer, in the city. Shadow in the city, all around people looking half dead, walking on the sidewalk harder than a match head. But now it's a different world. Go out and find a girl. Come on and dance all night. Despite the heat, it'll be alright. And babe, don't you know it's a pity the days can't be like the nights in the summer, in the city, summer, in the city.
That's what it sounds like outside my house at the moment. They're doing some major work, laying some cable. I mean, it's great they start at 7 a.m, but, you know, I wanted to wake up later. Animatronic on the air at 8 tonight, sitting in for Joe, and tonight's theme is Tickled Ivories, the best piano-based songs and legendary piano players. Here's Bobby.
Steve, thank you. First of all, Edinburgh, the A71, the Calder Road. We've got this accident which is on the roundabout at Bankhead Avenue Junction. So queues on all approaches. M6 through Birmingham, northbound. Right before Junction 8 for the M5, there's an accident. 2 lanes are closed. It's a lost load across the carriageway. So the queues are back past Junction 5 towards Junction 4 now. So it's going to start to have an impact on the M42. If you're coming up the M42 to join the M6, just be aware there's queues there. The M5 northbound to join the M6 is slow, but it's moving and all lanes are open through the roadworks. A41, if you're heading between Kingswood and the Tame turn-off, it's closed completely, so it's affecting traffic between Bicester and Aylesbury, both directions, following an accident. A127 at Basildon, the South End Arterial Road, we've got it closed completely. This is between the High Road, the Fortune of War, and the Pips Hill Road North, which is the Garden Centre turn-off, so shut completely on the eastbound route. And then to the A3M, northbound, all open now at Junction 2 for Horndine, last of congestion going through. And finally, just a reminder on the trains with East Midlands trains and cross country and Greater Anglia, there's a replacement bus service between Ely, Peterborough and Bury St Edmunds because of the earlier derailed freight train. Back with more 30 minutes.
What do you fancy, Sniffing the Tears or The Who?
Oh, who? The Who.
You got it. Choice of listening now on Radio 2.
Judgment of all wrong, they decide in the shot.
is The Who. Catch that later on NCIS. Be all right. Next hour, our guest will be Hugh Dennis. Funny, talented, likeable Hugh Dennis. We love him. There's Bobby, there's Nicky, there's Sports Guy. And Janie. And also The Cuts. We've got Chris Pratt and Susan Calman and much more on The Big Show. In the summer of 2017, this is BBC Radio 2, online on digital radio and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 4 o'clock. This is Nikki Cardwell. The government has set out plans for a temporary customs union with the EU, which could last for 2 years after Brexit. It's outlined two options, one with no customs checks at EU borders, the other involving what it calls a more efficient system of border checks that would involve an increase in administration. The European Parliament's negotiator, Guy Verhofstadt, said the idea of invisible borders was a fantasy. The leader of the Lib Dems, Sir Vince Cable, said the plans were very worrying.
They use the phrase studied ambiguity, which I think is basically political speak for we really don't know what we're doing. It all depends on the goodwill of the European Union, which seems unlikely to be forthcoming. And all those industries that depend on a customs union, in other words, the car industry, the aerospace industry, whether it's a supply chain, they really have no idea what kind of future is coming down the track.
Train operators have defended price rises from January on regulated fares in the face of anger from passenger groups and unions. Millions of rail passengers will see a 3.6% increase because the level fares can be raised by is pegged to the retail prices index figure for July. The chief executive officer of the Rail Delivery Group, which represents operators, is Paul Plummer. He says inflation affects them too.
Railway companies' costs are going up in line with that inflation as well, so they have to cover those costs in order to be able to provide the services that we want as passengers. And in order to be able to do that, then fares have to go up in line with it.
The families of the 22 people killed in the Manchester Arena bombing in May have each been allocated £250,000 from money donated by the public. They had already been able to claim sums of £70,000 from the We Love Manchester Emergency Fund. A total of £18 million has been raised. The public inquiry into the Grenfell Tower fire is to consider the actions of Kensington and Chelsea Council, along with the adequacy of regulations and the tower's recent refurbishment. But broader questions on social housing haven't been included in the terms of reference for the probe. At least 80 people are thought to have died in the fire in June. Jolyon Morm is a barrister who's advised residents. He thinks they may still find it hard to trust the inquiry.
Both central and local government have had to be dragged kicking and screaming to the correct position. So when they see gaps in the terms of reference, they will fear a whitewash. And the challenge for the government, I think, is to understand that people have good reason to be suspicious.
And the parents of Charlie Gard have announced that they'll use more than £1 million donated by well-wishers to help other children with rare diseases. Chris Gard and Connie Yates have raised funds for an experimental treatment for their son Charlie, who died last month. They intend to set up a charitable foundation in his name. BBC News at 4:03 and next at 5.
Thank you. Now here's the sports guy.
Yes, the English Football League has joined the Premier League in saying it will debate the prospect of closing the transfer window before the start of the season. A number of Premier League managers have expressed their frustration at transfer business lingering into the new campaign, and we'll discuss the matter next month. The EFL say their clubs are already in favour of such a move. Tonight, Liverpool play the first leg of their Champions League qualifier. They're away to German side Hoffenheim. Swansea striker Fernando Llorente has returned to training after fracturing his arm, but will not not be available for the match against Manchester United this weekend. Hull have rejected an offer of £10 million from Burnley for Sam Clucas. Cricket, Loughborough Lightning are taking on the Southern Vipers. In Women's Super League, the Vipers made 180 in their 20 overs. Susie Bates hit 119 to become the first centurion in the history of the competition. And one of Chris Froome's teammates during his successful Tour de France campaign, Mikel Landa, has left Team Sky to join rivals Movistar.
And the Sports Guy will return with them all after 5.
Live till 5. Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Spectacular night celebrating the last night of the proms.
The atmosphere of Proms in the Park is like nowhere else.
BBC Proms in the Park.
Headlining this year, Sir Ray Davis. Also performing live, Texas, Steps,
Elaine Page,
Gilbert O'Sullivan, to Bryn Terfel, the Royal Choral Society, and the BBC Concert Orchestra.
Terrific atmosphere here in Hyde Park.
BBC Proms in the Park, Saturday the 9th of September.
Put the date in your diary and go to the Radio 2 website where tickets are available to buy now.
When I was 6 years old, I broke my leg. And I was running from my brother and his friends, and tasted the sweet perfume of the mountain grass I rolled down. I was younger then. Take me back to when I found my heart, broke it here, made friends and lost them through the years. And I've not seen the boring fields in so long. I know I've grown, but I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way, driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel. It's real. We watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. 15 years old and smoking hand-rolled cigarettes, running from the law through the backfields and getting drunk with my friends. Had my first kiss on a Friday night. I don't reckon that I did it right, but I was younger then. Take me back to when we found weekend jobs, and when we got paid, we'd buy cheap spirits and drink them straight. Me and my friends have not thrown up in so long. Oh, how we've grown, but I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way, driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel. It's real. We watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. Over the castle on the hill. Over the castle on the hill. One friend left to sell clothes, and one works down by the coast. One had 2 kids but lives alone. One's brother overdosed. One's already on his second wife. One's just barely getting by, but these people raised me, and I can't wait to go home. And I'm on my way. I still remember these old country lanes when we did not know the answers, and I miss the way you make me feel. It's real. We watch the sunset over the castle on the hill.
Castle on the Hill, it's Ed Sheeran, of course. In the social media, Susan Calman is trending on Twitter after being announced as the 9th contestant to join this year's Strictly. Paul tweets, Susan Calman is a fab sign-up for Strictly. Love her. David tweets, I might actually have to start watching Strictly now that Susan Calman is on it. I love her too. And Rebecca says, yes, Susan, you will be brilliant. Now, according to the midweek charts, it's a battle between Dua Lipa and Pink for this week's number one single. If one of them makes it, in other words, if either of them make it, they'll be the first solo female act to have a number one on the official chart for almost 2 years. And we haven't checked with Paul Gammaccini that that's the case, but we're sure it is. The Pantone matching system, which organises colours used in printing and graphics and design, have announced a new shade of purple in honour of Prince. They've been working with his estate and have come up with a hue called Love Symbol Number 2. Michael Sheen and David Tennant have been cast as leads in a new BBC and Amazon adaptation of the novel Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. And the Teen Choice Awards were on in Los Angeles, giving out awards to actors, singers and social media stars as voted for by American teenagers. Chris Pratt got 2 awards, including Choice Sci-Fi Movie Actor, and there's a secret to his success.
Many years ago, when I came to Los Angeles, I came from Hawaii, and I had all this blonde hair and a tan, and I met an agent because I really wanted to be an actor and get an agent, and he said, "Wow, bro, you must surf." And I said, yeah. And that was the first of many lies that I told to get to where I am today.
Brilliant. Now, if you can't wait, you'll be able to watch the Teen Choice Awards on E4 on the 20th of September. Now, as you've heard, Jeremy Vine revealed the 9th contestant for Strictly Come Dancing 2017 at lunchtime, as we mentioned. It was indeed Susan Calman, but she says she's a bit out of practice.
I did social dancing at school, so Ceilidh dancing, and since then I have done nothing. No, I am the last person on the dance floor. I don't particularly enjoy dancing in a lot of ways. I haven't worn heels or a dress since I was 17. Jeremy, I haven't danced with a man in over a decade.
Okay.
This is going to be quite interesting.
That's fine. I think that's the best kind of contestant, actually, because we want to see what they always say, the journey.
Yes, and it's going to be quite a journey. I think I'll be what they call a challenge.
Susan Calman. Over on 6 Music this morning, our friend Sean Keaveney had Professor Brian Cox on the phone. And Brian accidentally let slip about a new book he's writing.
Thank you very much for picking up the phone on what should be your downtime.
I am actually doing a bit of work. I'm writing an intimate monkey cage book.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, there you go. I probably announced it before we were supposed to there, but I'm a rebel.
What he
I don't care anymore.
Forget about it, no one is listening. Faking a smile that keeps you grinning. No motivation, taking these drugs called inspiration. There's any sun
Ian McCutcheon, Any Sign of Life. 4:18 at Radio 2. Hey, Stephen Team, we're travelling to the Scottish National Sheepdog Trials in our transit van. A shout-out will brighten up our long journey. Judith, Helen and Harriet. Now, I don't want to commit subjudice, but I think they're all guilty. Sheepdog Trials. Just a joke. Can you give a shout out to my lovely hubby Roy and son Caleb? We're off to our caravan in Port William. It's raining quite heavily. Thank you from Tracy. Can you give a shout out to the Jones family who are on holiday in Cornwall having a fab time?
Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you exciting news. It's been confirmed that heaven is a place on earth. Because yes, Sounds of the 80s is back on your telly box. I'm Sarah Cox, and on Friday night, as well as watching some of the finest music videos the 80s has to offer, see what happened when I met the one, the only Belinda Carlisle.
We were just having fun in the moment. We didn't feel that we were feminists in any sort of sense.
Radio 2's Sounds of the 80s. Go to the red button on Friday night and enjoy Belinda and I together at last. Watch from 10:30 on the BBC Red Button.
Now we're back for Factoids. Janie Lee Grace.
George Clooney did the voice for Sparky. That was the dog in South Park, of course.
Oh, did he really? Bless him. Sound travels 15 times faster through steel than through air. These are Factoids. Janie.
Mr. Potato Head was the very first toy to be advertised on the telly.
Most of the Disney producers had no faith in The Lion King, saying, I don't know who's going to want to watch this one, but they did.
Marmite was one of the most confiscated items at airports over the UK, and to overcome this issue, Marmite made smaller packaging so you could take it abroad.
Kind of a liquid and a paste, isn't it, all in one?
Well, that's an important point, yes. It's got to be under 100 mil.
Yeah. In ancient Greece, throwing an apple at somebody meant to declare your love for them.
Factoids.
88 to 91 FM. BBC Radio 2.
The Big Show. Big Show. The Big Show with Steve.
You've been running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. 'Cause you knew that I'd call you up. You've been going around every party in LA. 'Cause you knew that I'd be at one. Oh, I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. Oh, and now I'm all up on you. What you expect? But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. Oh. You've been running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. 'Cause you knew that I'd call you up. Baby, now that we're right here standing face to face. You already know that you won. Oh, I know that dress is karma. You regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. Now I'm all up on you. What you expect? But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Baby, you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm on you, what you expect, but you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention, you don't want my heart. Maybe you just hit the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start, you're just making sure I'm never getting over you.
Got a few more things going on today that we didn't mention earlier on. In tonight's Champions League matches, Liverpool play 1899 Hoffenheim. The Australasian Gaming Expo started in Sydney, Australia. The Las Vegas men's and women's fashion, I mean, how good is Las Vegas fashion, I'm thinking. And lifestyle trade show continues. I'm sure it's lovely. And the BBC Proms. Well, we're up to Prom 41, which is the first ever complete performance of Passages by Philip Glass. Flaming Lips are playing Glasgow. Now, travellers have been advised to avoid London Waterloo, as you've heard, until Thursday after a train derailed outside the station. Mentioned earlier on that rail fares are, of course, up by 3.6%. If you're feeling down, you're not alone. Some people get the August blues. The heat and humidity can wear you out psychologically. We call these the dog days of summer, of course. It slows everything down, including our metabolism. That can throw people into a funk, say mental health experts today. And if you want to get dramatically more work done in a day, what do you think? If you want to get more work done in any given day, what do you think you have to do, Jane?
Well, you could get up early.
Exactly
Be
right.
a starter.
Yeah, get up early. It says getting up at 5 a.m., and working uninterrupted until 7 a.m. can be so effective you end up doing that amount of work that might be done in a typical 8-hour day. Brilliant. And bacon butty costs set to soar as ingredients hit by price hikes. The cost of bacon sandwiches is set to soar thanks to rising prices of pork and butter. Doesn't say why, though. All right, here we go. Napoleon Bonaparte on the anniversaries.
Well, yes, French military, what would you call him?
Yeah, well, Corsican military man.
Yes.
And Emperor of France, 1804 to 1815, born this day, 1769. Oscar Peterson.
He was a very famous jazz pianist.
Yes, he was. 1925. A Beatles concert this day, 1965, draws 56,000 fans to where? Do you remember? Biggest thing they ever did in America.
Oh, gosh, would it be Haight-Ashbury?
No.
No?
In New York area.
Oh,
Shea Stadium.
Yes, of course.
And this day, 1947, of course, India gains independence from Britain. You're on The Big Show.
We've come a long, long way together, through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should. We've come a long, long way together, through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should. I have to praise you. I have to praise you. I have to praise you. I have to praise you like I should. You make me glad that I'm a woman, 'cause you're a feeling, thinking man. And anytime I know you need it, I'm gonna please you every way I can. I have to praise you. I have to praise you. I have to praise you. I have to praise you like I should. You're so rare, so fine. I'm so glad you're mine. You're so rare, so fine. I'm so glad you're mine.
Yes, and praise you. Yes.
Have you got any DJ Khaled?
Not at the moment.
Now, we've been talking about celebrity dreams.
And a lot of you have been eating a lot of cheese before you've gone to bed.
Alan Carr with Mel Sykes.
Hi, Alan and Mel. I have never been a taxi driver, but I had a dream this week that Shirley Bassey left her food mixer in the back of my car. And I spent the rest of the dream following her around a UK tour and successfully trying to give it back to her.
I dreamt that I flew on the back of Craig Revel Horwood. I just got onto his back and we soared into the sky.
It's like the scene from The Snowman, but with Craig Revel.
Oh, yeah!
Alan and Mel's Summer Escape.
Saturday mornings from 10.
On BBC Radio 2.
They're doing a really good thing at the moment, looking at seaside resorts on that show as well. Really good. And Bobby.
Steve, thank you. First of all, problems for the M6 now southbound between 19 and 18. So in the roadworks down towards Holmes Chapel, an accident. At least one lane is shut in the roadworks. I'm trying to find out more information. But the tailback already clocked at 4 miles. So if you're heading down from 20, you're going to find it slow, and it's going to have an impact on the A556 as well. Also on the M6 northbound, we've got the problem at Junction 8 for the M5. 2 lanes are closed for a lost load, which is causing queues now back to 4A. So it's to the top of the M42. We've got queues on the M42 northbound joining the M6 as well. Also on the M6, Junction 3A, the exit slit road to the M6 toll, the 2 dedicated slit roads are blocked. You can still get off there, but it's this accident that's on a dedicated slit road which is causing extra congestion. A41 between Bicester and Aylesbury closed both ways at Kingswood following an accident between Kingswood and the Tame turn-off. Basildon, eastbound A127 is shut between the Fortune of War, which is the high road, and the Garden Centre turn-off. And then the M25, a little bit busy now. If you're clockwise 13 to 16 to the M40, anti-clockwise 14 to 11, you've got some stop-start traffic around to Chertsey. And the latest on the A350 in Poole, northbound has reopened at Holes Bay. And a reminder about the rail network with South West trains, as Steve was saying earlier, no service between London Waterloo and Twickenham and Brentford. We've also got services from Exeter St David's and London Waterloo both ways, terminating and starting at Reading. And then we've got East Midlands trains, cross country and East Greater Anglia. Because of the derailed freight train there, you've got a bus replacing trains between Ely, Peterborough and Bury St Edmunds. Back with more, 25 minutes.
Thank you to Bobster. From Mock the Week, The Now Show, and Outnumbered, the lovely man Hugh Dennis, very funny, narrating a new CBBC show called The Zoo. Tell you all about it soon.
Right in the afternoon on the BBC. Crumbles to the ground, though we refuse.
Radio 2 in Great Britain. Kansas. Dust in the Wind.
Push my buttons, I'll be patient. You can try me, it's just another day in the life. No, you're not getting respect that you deserve. Feeling buried alive. Well, I would love you like a millionaire, living on $1 a day. Oh, hey, money isn't everything. I do it for you, you do it for me, and we go in and out of love. I do it for you, you do it for me, and we go in and out of love. Hey, 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 in and out of love. Hey, 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 in and out of love. I wasn't born yesterday, no, I've been around a while. I know a good thing when I see it, baby, my whole world wrapped in your smile. I stuck around with my heart wide open. We made a home and it can't be broken. The give and take, we're making it all work out. Heaven wasn't built in a day. Hey, I do it for you, you do it for me, and we go in and out of love. I do it for you, you do it for me, and we go in and out of love. Hey, 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 in and out of love. In and out of love. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, I do it for you, you do it for me, and we go in and out of love. I do it for you.
In and Out of Love, Beth Ditto. 21 to 5 now. Well, now we know Hugh Dennis has Pete in Outnumbered for his long comedy partnership with Steve Punt on shows like Mary Whitehouse Experience. It's been a bad week. The Now Show. And as a panellist on Mock the Week, which is still going and has been on forever. Hugh's voice is now part of one of the nation's favourite ever children's television programmes. Animal Magic is back as The Zoo. So it's Hugh Dennis, everybody. Well,
Am I allowed to clap myself?
Of course you can.
There's only two of you clapping.
They'll never know. They'll never know.
Yeah.
First of all, how are you? How's your summer? What you been doing?
My summer has been great, actually. I just got back from America, where I went with my kids, and I drove down the Old River Road. So I kind of did Nashville and Memphis and down to New Orleans, which was fantastic, except that it hadn't occurred to me or them, and they are 20 and 18, that they wouldn't be allowed to drink anywhere.
Yeah, not to 21.
Can't go into in a bar. They almost ID'd me. It was a nightmare. It made the whole holiday much, much cheaper.
Now, this show originally aired from 1962 to 1983. This was with Johnny Morris, and it was set in Bristol Zoo. Now, this isn't the exact show, but it basically is, isn't it?
Well, it sort of is, yeah. It's animals who sort of have characters and come to life and have voices and all the rest of it, but it's much more modern, as you would expect.
Yeah.
They use CGI to make the mouths fit what the animals are saying. So there was always that slightly odd thing, wasn't there, in Animal Magic, where you knew it was all Johnny Morris.
Yeah.
In his zookeeper's hat.
Yeah.
Doing the thing. But in this, actually, the animals do appear to be talking.
We saw the one with the gorilla, and it looked exactly like he was talking. And he had a lovely voice, the exact voice that you would expect expect him to have?
Well, he was German, wasn't he? Would you expect a gorilla to be German?
Was he
I think
German?
that's it. Yeah, it's called Jürgen.
Oh, yes, he was German. Yeah. Oh, maybe I've got some here, actually. Hang on.
I tell you whose voice is really lovely. It's the narrator.
Let's have a listen to some.
Over on Gorilla Island, Jürgen really doesn't know why
Here it
everyone
comes.
gets so excited.
We always pass the inspection.
You say that, but it is pretty messy round here. And firecrackers in the enclosure are an instant fail, Hank.
Sorry. Yeah, but even if we fail, it's no big deal.
Yeah, not normally. But this year it's different. Brian said the licence could be revoked.
What? The license will be revoked? Oh, no!
Oh, he's got a lovely voice, hasn't he? Yeah.
And there's also a West Country gorilla,
Yeah.
which is equally unlikely, but just as funny.
And the keeper did his own voice.
The keeper did his own voice, I think.
I knew he was a keeper. And you did your own voice
I did
as well.
pretty much my own voice.
So who's it for? What age?
Well, it is for children, but I think it will turn out to be one of those programmes that everyone will like. It's for, parents and kids watching together before school, after school, all that kind of stuff. It's actually very, very clever. And it's every episode is the day in the life of the zoo. So in that one, they're having as a zoo inspection.
I think it's great. It's a great idea and it's really well done. Let me ask you about Outnumbered. That's it now or not?
Who knows?
Yeah, well, you know.
I don't know. I never know.
What do you think?
Well, I think we'll do more specials.
Because that worked, didn't it, really?
Yeah.
Everyone's a bit older. It kind of worked and everybody was more or less the same, weren't they?
I feel sort of exhausted just thinking about it.
Really?
Just dealing with the children.
Yeah.
I kind of gone past that stage now.
But you're still...
surely they will have left home. Surely, please.
Yeah, but you're still beleaguered, aren't you?
Oh, beleaguered by everything.
It's a great character. And that is the show that keeps on giving, I think, because the writing is so good and the performances are so good. And that is a perfect recipe, isn't it, for a winning show, I think.
Well, it was like this beautifully segueing back to the zoo. Its secret really was that kids would watch it with their parents and go, you're like that.
Absolutely. Now, what about Mock the Week then? Will that go on forever?
Well, it started in 1870. So
you were in a cloak then, weren't you?
Exactly. Yeah, no, I think so. I mean, I think it does a fantastic job of bringing through young comics. So it's sort of its job, really. It mocks the news and it mocks the week, but it also brings through this fantastic array of young comics who go on to do fantastic things.
It's amazing that you've been able to do them all.
Every show, bar the pilot. Well, I don't know who was in the pilot.
Who hosted the pilot?
Dara hosted the pilot.
Oh, Dara.
Yeah, Dara's done every single one of them.
It's a brilliant show, isn't it? I mean, they just can't... I mean, they occasionally can do stuff like that in America and Canada and places like that, but it's kind of uniquely British, isn't it, really? And clever in a British way.
I think it is very clever in a British way. It's a sort of interesting distinction, isn't it, though? Because if you're in America, if you're a stand-up, a successful stand-up, you get a chat show.
Yeah.
Right? But in the UK, we don't quite know what to do with stand-ups because there aren't enough chat shows to give them. So we end up with panel shows. And it's just a brilliant way of dealing with all of those very, very funny people.
Absolutely. You can see The Zoo. It's weekday mornings on CBBC. It's at 8:45 a.m. This could be a little early for me. And again in the afternoon at 3:40. But there's always the iPlayer, isn't there?
There's always the iPlayer.
Yeah.
Do you want a box set? I could get you a box set.
For Christmas?
Yeah.
When you come by at Christmas, will you bring the box set?
Yeah, clearly I will.
Thanks, Hugh. Appreciate that. Hugh Dennis, everybody. Thank you, Hugh.
Myself.
Okay, just take a look at it. Okay.
JC is a friend. Yeah, I know he's been a good friend of mine. But lately something's changed, it ain't hard to define. Jesse's got himself a girl and I wanna make her mine. And she's watching him with those eyes, and she's loving with that body, I just know it. And he's holding her in his arms late at night. You know I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Where can I find a woman like that? I'll play along with the charade. There doesn't seem to be a reason to change. You know I feel so dirty when they start talking cute. I wanna tell her that I love her, but the point is probably moot. Cause she's watching him with those eyes, and she's loving him with that body, I just know it. And he's holding her in his arms late at night. You know I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Where can I find a woman like that, like Jessie?
ain't that the way love's supposed to be? Tell me, where can I find a woman like that? You know, I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I want Jesse's girl. Where can I find a woman like that, like Jesse's girl? I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I want Jesse's girl.
May I just go back to Alan Bennett's diaries?
I was cycling slowly on my bike through roadworks when I happened to spot Jay-Z coming out of Whole Foods with a bag of tomatoes. Curiously, I asked him if he really had a feud on with Kanye West. He looked at me with piercing eyes and said, "Who are you?" Then he disappeared into the library. "Do give my best to Queen Bee," I said, but he was gone.
St. Mark was a frail but passionate creature. Ebony hair and eyes of deep blue and green. The bell of St. Mark wore clothes that belonged to his father, even though he was only a mere 17. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with the bell of St. Mark. It tears me apart whenever I hear him cry. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with the bell of St. Mark. And if he doesn't love me, I think I'll probably die. You can tell from expressions he makes public that it suffers from a badly broken heart. He smiles as he feeds the afternoon pigeons, but he cries as he walks the night streets of St. Mark. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with the bell of St. Mark. It tears me apart whenever I hear him cry. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with the bell of St. Mark. And if he doesn't love me, I think I'll probably die. The bell of St. Mark, he don't talk to strangers, he's so mysterious. His erotic persuasion provokes me like no other man. The fire I have for him is undoubtedly serious. I just make him see that he needs love to forget. And if anyone can help him, I can help. I can help you. His hair is hairy, it blows in the warm Parisian air. It blows whenever his fairest hair is there. The woman that hurt him surely must have trouble sleeping, 'cause the bell of St. Mark is a beauty extraordinary.
Yeah, that was Sheila E., the Bell of St. Mark. Steve, can you say hello to little Jamie Drew, who's celebrating his first birthday today? Lots of love from Mummy and Laura and Daddy and Darren and Big Sister Mary Beth and Big Brother Ben. Thank you. Our pleasure. Happy birthday. I said happy birthday. Yep. Shout out to Keith and Clive, working hard this afternoon. Cheers, Steve. Yeah, pleasure. You got to do a shout out for Rob Austin, taxi driver from Warrington. And this says, loving the show as always. Can you give a massive shout out to Matthew Tickle, driving to Gatwick Airport on his way to Florida for his summer holiday. Love, Tony and Chris and Uncle Nigel. And now we return for some more factoids. Janie.
The female starfish produces over 200 million eggs every year.
What do you think was invented first, sliced bread or the television?
Oh, it's got to be sliced bread.
You think?
Am I right?
Final answer?
Yeah, final.
The television was invented only 2 years after the invention of sliced bread, so you are right.
I'm right. A belief widely held in certain areas of France is that a bachelor, if he steps on a cat's tail, he won't find a wife for at least another year.
I'm not quite sure how that works. St. Petersburg's St. Isaac's Cathedral rests on 10,000 tree trunks sunken into the marshy ground below.
Factoids.
BBC Radio 2, see Ryan in the
Destination not found. I turn to see the northern lights behind the wind. Horizons seem to beckon me. Learn how to cry too young, so now I live to sing. The northern lights are in my mind. They guide me back to you. Horizons seem to beckon me. Learn how to cry too young, so now I live to sing. Know it's hard away from you, traveling roads and passing through. It's not for money and it's not for fame. I just can't explain. Sometimes it's lonely, marking the space between the days. Early hours pass away. I sing to you of northern lights. I sing for you of northern nights. Past or future, here or there, shelter comes in words from you, so talk to me. I hear your voice, it comforts me. In morning dreams, I take your hand, you walk with me. The northern lights are in my mind. They guide me back to you. Peace unfolds, still I dare home again. I look for you and find you there. Destination homeward now. Take the easy way, bring me down. Making the hard way now I see. Hard to be really free. I'm missing you near me. Marking the space between the days. Early hours pass away. I sing to you of northern lights. I sing for you of northern nights. The northern lights are in my mind. They guide me back to you. The northern lights are in my eyes. They guide me back to you.
Northern Lights Renaissance. Well, in news from the net, thelist.co.uk says Shania Twain joins John Travolta's racing movie Trading Paint. The stage, love. Oh, on the stage, .co.uk. Andrew Scott's stage production of Hamlet to be screened on BBC Two. And in EW.com or on EW.com, David Tennant will return for season 2 of the Marvel series Jessica Jones.
BBC Radio 2.
Now, Now, here's Bobby.
Steve, thank you. First of all, to the M6 problems. Now, southbound 19 to 18 in the roadworks between Knutsford and Holmes Chapel. We've got it partially blocked still by an accident. It's a 6-mile queue behind that one, so if you're heading down, give yourself time. Also on the M6 northbound, the accident in Birmingham at Junction 8 for the M5. It is still there, still 2 lanes shut. The queues are way beyond 4A now. If you're heading up towards the M6 toll, it is still extremely slow, partly because of the accident ahead and extra people are going on to the toll, but also on the exit Slit Road at 3A to the M6 toll, there was an accident. Now, they've actually cleared that onto the hard shoulder, but you've still got queues back to Junction 2. The A41 is still shut between Bicester and Aylesbury. It's closed with an accident between Kingswood and the Tame turn-off. Eastbound A127 at Basildon, still shut between the High Road North, that's the Fortune of War, and the Garden Centre turn-off. So that's still closed eastbound, causing queues. M2 coastbound 2 to 3. We've had one lane closed down towards Chatham with this collapsed manhole. They've actually closed another, so queues are starting to build there. And then if you're heading out onto the rail network, just a reminder, South West trains, no service between London Waterloo, Twickenham and Brentford. More for you just after the news.
Thank you to Bobster.
Woke up this morning, can't shake the thunder from last night. You left with no warning and took the summer from my life. I gave you my everything, now my world it don't seem right. Can we just go back to being us again? Cause when I'm sitting in the bar, all the lovers with umbrellas always pass me by. It's like I'm living in the dark and my heart's turned cold since you left my life. And no matter where I go, girl, I know if I'm alone, there ain't no blue sky. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Cause baby, when you're gone, all it does is rain, rain, rain down on me. Each drop is pain, pain, pain. When you leave, it's such a shame. We messed it up, you and me. Cause baby, when you're gone, all it does is rain. And it feels like to find shelter here in the arms of someone new, but I'd rather be there under the covers just with you. Oh, cause you were my everything, now I don't know what to do. Oh, I'm caught up in the storm. Cause baby, when you're gone, all it does is rain, rain, rain down on me. Each drop is pain, pain, pain. When you leave, it's such a shame. We messed it up, you and me. Cause baby, when you're gone, all it does is rain. And it feels like
That's a very nice pop song. It's The Script. It's called Rain. I'm Al Rajan after 5 p.m. news first, of course. And with us tomorrow, a man talking Minecraft, Max Brooks. There's Fiona Bruce with Philip Mould talking art, and Rolling Stone, Ronnie Wood. Good evening.
BBC News at 5 o'clock. This is Nikki Cardwell. There's anger at rail fare price hikes. The government lays out its post-Brexit plan for trade, and the latest celebrity to be sashaying onto the Strictly dance floor is revealed. Train companies have defended increasing regulated rail fares by 3.6% from next January. The RMT union says firms will make an extra £330 million in profit, but operators insist the extra revenue will be used to improve the network. The Labour MP Graham Stringer sits on Parliament's Transport Committee. He says rail passengers are being fleeced.
There are twice as many passengers using the railways now as there were 20 years ago, and at the same time the public subsidy has doubled, and yet fares have gone up by 20% in real terms. So I think the solution to this is we should gradually take back train operating companies into public ownership.
The fares are linked to the retail price index, which rose from 3.5 to 3.6% last month, the highest level for 6 years. David Sidebottom is director of the watchdog Transport Focus. He doesn't think fares will come down anytime soon.
I can't think of too many things in life where the cost of a product comes down. I think what passengers want to see is a more consistent delivery of service. If you look at all the train companies, there are some that get this right better than others, and some of it might be down to the length of the franchise they're working with.
The European Union has welcomed a British proposal to create a temporary customs union after Brexit as a positive step that will allow the two sides to make progress. The government here